What's up, guys? Gem Mint here, and like I said at the end of my last Omnibus haul, I had to split that haul up into two. There were so many books. I blame JP at Organic Price Books. Anytime I place an order with him, he always sends me a bunch of bonus books that I can use for giveaways, whether they're gem crates or giveaways during live streams or auctions. So big shout out to JP at organicpricebooks.com. Make sure to check him out if you're looking to purchase any omnibus or collected editions. He's an up-and-comer, and the community has been loving him. Make sure to use the code GEMMINT to save $2 off of your first order. Also, big shouts out to Marvel Comics and to Valiant for sending us some early copies of these trade paperbacks, epic collections, deluxe editions, and what have you. So we're going to jump into these, but make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video, and we are doing a giveaway once we hit our next subscriber milestone of 150K. We're giving away this Deja Thoris premium format by Sideshow. All you got to do is be subscribed, leave a like, and comment on this video, and hang around to the end. I'll give you more details on the giveaway. All right, guys, first things we're going to do is take a look at this History of the Marvel Universe by Mark Waid. So this trade actually has two covers. This is the main cover by Steve McNiven, and then you have the variant cover by John Buscema. This trade has 232 pages, a $25 cover price, and collects the 6-issue series, History of the Marvel Universe. This series takes the entire Marvel Universe and condenses it into 6 issues. You have Mark Waid as the writer, and of course Javier Rodriguez doing the artwork, and it's just kind of a compact look at the entire Marvel Universe. All right, guys, we have 3 King in Black tie-in trade paperbacks. I did read, I think, all of these issues in singles, so let's take a look at them. So Planet of the Symbiotes is out already. Venom vs. Carnage and Thunderbolts comes out the following week on the 28th. And like I said, these are all tie-ins during the King in Black story. You have little mini-series. You have the Thunderbolts, which basically is a Suicide Squad type of story where the Kingpin sent them out to fight off symbiote dragons. And it was okay. I mean, you had some funny stuff like with Suicide Squad, people getting picked off, people dying. Great artwork, though. You can see this big dragon right here. And it was okay. So it was kind of like fun stuff, not really necessary to the main story, as most tie-ins are. They're just meant to be enjoyable if you're following that run, or in this instance, if you're just a fan of Thunderbolts, it's just something to pick up and enjoy while that event's going on. So the first one is Thunderbolts. Planet of the Symbiotes, each issue had 2 stories going on within it. So you had a Scream story and a Ravencroft story, picking up where Absolute Carnage left off, keeping it all connected. And actually, Scream has a new ongoing during Extreme Carnage. So, you know, again, just kind of like keeping those seeds alive. The Ravencroft stuff where Kingpin is overseeing it. He's the mayor of New York, and Norman Osborn is running the asylum, and then everything that's happening with Scream. It seems like they really want to keep the character around, but they keep doing new miniseries for her. Then we have Gwenom vs. Carnage. So this is Gwenom in her universe, not the Marvel 616, and the Carnage over there. Mary Jane is the redhead that becomes Carnage during this storyline, and it just shows you how Null's influence even carries over to different universes throughout the multiverse. So kind of just like a 3-issue action-packed fight scene, vibrant colors, little Spider-Man cameo. It was fun. I've actually been sitting on this for a couple of weeks, in perfect timing for Marvel to release this Loki trade paperback, which focuses on Lady Loki. Not that Sylvie was exactly the Lady Loki from the comics, but still, good timing, Marvel. This one should be coming out on July 28th as well, and this is the Lady Loki story, Mistress of Mischief. This collects Thor issues 5, 9, and 10, 12, and 600, the A story, plus 601 and 602, and material from Dark Reign, the Cabal, issue 1. So this is from back in 2007. Loki is reborn, but he's reborn in the body of Lady Sif, thus becoming Lady Loki. This is by J. Michael Straczynski and Oliver Copiel, plus Pete Milligan and artists like Djurjevic and Zonjic. Next up, let's take a look at the Taskmaster trade paperback. If you guys watch my new comic book day reviews, you guys know I loved this series. It was so fun. Yeah, it was weird that he was so scared of Black Widow, but he takes on Hyperion. But still, I had so much fun with this, and we'll take a look at it together. Like I said, I loved this Taskmaster run. This was a 5-issue series that just recently completed by McKay, Vitti, and Guru EFX. It seems like it was something put together to kind of build up hype for the Black Widow movie, but this is more of your traditional Taskmaster. He's framed for the murder of Maria Hill, and the Black Widow is coming to get him. Now, Nick Fury knows that he's innocent, but for some reason doesn't just tell Black Widow. He kind of makes him go through these hoops in order to prove his innocence. But the thing here is the dialogue is really funny, really witty. I really like the take on Taskmaster. The fight scenes were awesome, especially with him and Hyperion. It's kind of like Batman vs. Superman in a sense, and it was just a really fun series. All right, guys, we have 2 epic collections. I really like these, man. They're little compact, thick, soft cover trade paperbacks. We have Punisher and Wolverine. And like I said in my last Omnibus haul, when I started getting back into comics, I really wanted to put together full runs. Wolverine was one of them, and the original Punisher ongoing was one of them. So cool to see these epic collections. These are volumes 3 and 4, so if I want to start collecting these, I got some catching up to do. All right, now we have a series of epic collections. We have the Punisher, Return to the Big Nothing, Grant, Barron, Dixon, Michael Zeck, Reinhold, and Zaffino. And of course, we have Wolverine, Blood and Claws by Hama, DeFalco, Silvestri, David, and Buscema. Here goes the spines of the epic collections, very uniform, they look great. The Punisher Epic is scheduled to be released on July 21st, and it collects Punisher 26 through 34 with Annual 3. Also has Classic Punisher 1, Epic Graphic Novel Punisher Return to Big Nothing, Marvel Graphic Novel Punisher Intruder, and Punisher Kingdom Come. 488 pages, $45 book, and the Epic Collection is going way further on that ongoing series compared to the Omnibus Back to the War. So if you really want to collect that 90s ongoing series, this is going to be the fastest way to do it. The Wolverine Epic is already out. It collects issues 31 through 44, Wolverine Bloodlust, and Wolverine Bloody Choices. So a little overlapping with the Wolverine Omnibus Volume 2 by collecting Bloodlust, but like Punisher, it goes way farther onto that ongoing series. Love the cover here, love the artwork in this book, and if you can't wait for Wolverine Omnibus Volume 3 and 4, you might want to pick up the Epic Collections. The last trade paperback is from Valiant. I think they actually sent this out a couple of weeks ago, and it's been sitting in my pile ready to accumulate enough books for a haul. Exo Manowar is my favorite Valiant character, and that says a lot because you have Bloodshot, you have Ninjak, you have Harbinger, you have so many characters, but I really like the Exo Manowar story, and this is the book 1 from the newest volume. This is by, Dennis Hopeless. I was going to say, I know I interviewed him when this was coming out, so here goes the trade. Let's flip through it and see what it's all about. So a new jumping on point for Exo Manowar. It's taking place after all the previous events, but you can still jump in. He's basically living on Earth now. He's living in Harlem, and he's living around regular people, sharing an apartment, and he gets this new benefactor, this Tony Stark type of guy who's trying to help, like, be his PR guy, trying to point him in the right direction to attack the right people. I think I only read the first 2 issues, so I'm gonna have to check out issues 3 and 4 because I really felt like that character was gonna end up being the real villain behind all this. But the artwork is good, it's colorful, it's big, nice great fight scenes in here, great dialogue between Eric and the regular people. Definitely worth checking out if you're an XO fan, or if you're not, you might find out that you are. All right, guys, on to the hardcovers, and we have a lot from Dark Horse. So adding to the BPRD kind of standard size hardcover library, we have Hellboy and the BPRD 1952 to 1954, and then we have Hellboy Universe, The Secret Histories. So I was collecting all of these, and I read all of them except the Abe Sapien. I ended up getting rid of them because I don't need to collect everything anymore. So I'll probably read these and then do a giveaway for them or put them in a gem crate or something like that. But before we do that, let's flip through and take a look at them. Yeah, so these will definitely go great on your shelf with the other BPRD hardcovers, with Abe Sapien, even Baltimore and the other Dark Horse volumes. This one has Mignola art though, so that's kind of cool. Here's the back of the books. You can see each of them have a cover price of $39.99. 1952 to 1954 contains 8 issues, and it also has a sketchbook in the back. The Secret Histories contains Rasputin, the Voice of the Dragon, Sledgehammer 44, and The Visitor, How and Why He Stayed. Typical black hardcovers like you see with the other Dark Horse Mignola-verse books with the silver font and lettering on the front and spine. Let's take a look at 1952 to 1954. We have a nice cover page, BPRD logo. Great artwork here. So this one doesn't have Mignola art, but he is behind the story. Here's the table of contents that tells you the issues it collects. And then, man, some more great artwork here. The interior, you have this same dark kind of tone, the supernatural tone that Hellboy is so well known for. I haven't read these yet, but I'm sure there's some type of case that he goes out on, some type of ghostly or monster or goblin thing. It's typically what you get with Hellboy, but artwork looks great. It's more modern than Mignola would do, a little bit more detailed. but it's still great Hellboy stuff nonetheless. Now, Secret Histories I'm pretty interested in because it does have Mignola artwork, and I'm a big fan of that, especially when it comes to Hellboy. So it has those 3 stories like I mentioned. We got an introduction here. Here's the table of contents. And then getting on to the issues. So a lot of World War II Nazi symbolism and demonic symbolism, things of that nature. You'll remember this character from the first Hellboy movie, the big bad villain from the first Hellboy books. The first book, this is not Mignola artwork. I think we see that later on in the book, either the second or third story. But you can see World War II stuff. And here we go. It looks like Mignola does the last story in this book. So there you go, another Hellboy book for the collection. All right, on to another deluxe edition, but a different type of deluxe edition, the 3rd and final volume of Helsing. This will finish the classic 90s manga. I read volume 1, I started volume 2, and I just put it down and never got back to it. But now that we have the full series, we need to go ahead and give it a shot. But until then, let's flip through the volume 3 Helsing manga. Man, loving the Dark Horse manga collections. These deluxe editions are so well done. They even match together. We have Berserk, Helsing, Blade of the Immortal. Helsing, like Berserk, reads from right to left like your regular mangas do. It's a $50 book, and this is the rest of the story. And it was kind of funny. We were wondering how they were going to fill this book because it's only 10 volumes, the story. So how do you split that up over 3 books? And this is how they did it. There's the table of contents. Right away, you see the big splash fancy artwork. This always kind of reminded me of like manga's 90 Extreme, the way that they have guns a-blazing, vampires, more supernatural type of monsters. They're fighting Nazis as well. So funny enough, we just looked at Hellboy. So I'm interested to see how it ends. Like I said, I read the first volume of the 2nd deluxe edition. I need to get caught up and finish this series out. I definitely enjoyed volume 1, but I'm a fan of the manga art style, especially when it's more mature, more graphic, like Berserk, like Helsing, like Blade of the Immortal. You do get some bonus material in the back, including colored covers, which is nice to see these characters in this art style colorized. All right, next up from Image, we have Oblivion Song Volume 2. This is the ongoing by Robert Kirkman. I'm currently reading this in single issues. We recently showed off Volume 1 of the deluxe edition, so continuing the story, we have Volume 2. Let's flip through some pages. Beautiful artwork in this book. All right, so the 2nd deluxe edition, these are oversized, Volume 2, Robert Kirkman. Oblivion Song, I feel like it's a little underrated. You don't hear many people talk about Oblivion Song, but it's got the same great human interaction as he did with Walking Dead, family dynamics, and then you have this alien invasion, interdimensional invasion kind of thing happening here. The art style lends really well to these large, oversized hardcovers as well, because you'll see how they just fill the page up with so much color, so much detail. Look at these aliens. So they have these monstrous type of aliens called Kuthal, and they're very lanky and tall and powerful. They're stronger than humans. They're more technologically advanced, but their world is dying and Earth isn't. So they want our world. We don't want to get killed. We're trying to work together with them. But I'm jumping a little bit ahead here. So a lot of this volume has to deal with going over to Oblivion, trying to rescue humans that went over there to that dimension and never came back. Basically, a square block of Earth was transposed with that same area of Oblivion. So here's a little bit of a sketchbook in the back. You can see the creatures. Great Virgin covers in the back showing off that art style. A good story. Fast paced too. The last book of the haul, Black Hammer Volume 3. This is a series that I've never gotten into. I read the first issue from Volume 1, but it felt very Mike Mignola, and I just got done with like a big Hellboy binge, so I put it down, haven't gone back to it. Hear nothing but great things about this. So I think now I have Volumes 1 and 3. We'll have to pick up Volume 1 again and see if I like it enough to pick up Volume 2, and then we'll continue with this one. But until then, let's flip through this oversized library edition. Lastly, with Black Hammer, so this is another oversized, almost like Absolute Edition sized. It has a dust jacket. You can see the front here. Here goes the spine. And this one's called The World of Black Hammer, so that's a little bit different than my Volume 1. Here's the back, which just gives a synopsis of this $50 book. The dust jacket removed. It's basically all the same graphics, so I'm not really sure why it even has a dust jacket. It's all the same on the back here. So let's flip through it. Like I said, haven't read Black Hammer. People love it. I love Jeff Lemire. I'm surprised I didn't get into it when I read issue 1, but I need to go back to it one day and check it out. Now, flipping through this hardcover, though, the artwork looks great. Look how big this cover looks. It looks like they might have the variant cover on the back. But yeah, man, the art style is huge on these pages, man. It really pops out of the book. I'm sure when it comes to Jeff Lemire, it's something super interesting and fun and exciting. So definitely sell me on it if me flipping through it hasn't done that already. But let me know what is going on with Black Hammer in the comments down below. There we have it, guys. A ton of soft cover collected editions and deluxe editions. Let me know which ones were your favorite in the comments down below. That's what's going to enter you into the giveaway. Like I said, once we hit the next subscriber milestone of 150K, we're going to give away this Deja Thoris premium format by Sideshow. Once we hit the milestone, we'll go live the following Sunday, pick a random video where I promoted the giveaway, and use a random YouTube comment generator to draw a worldwide winner. So for the best odds, you're going to want to like and comment on as many videos as possible. I appreciate you guys watching, but don't go anywhere. Check out my other Omnibus hauls in the playlist to the right, and stay minty fresh. Peace.